Hi, Flosstube.
I'm Rolanda.
And I'm Kylie.
And this is
Rose Crafty Corner. Welcome back to all of our existing subscribers and viewers. We're glad you're joining us once again.
We are.
And to anyone who is new here, we hope that you enjoy what you see and that you will become a regular viewer and even a subscriber yourself. We are primarily a cross-stitch channel, although occasionally we do have some other crafts.
We do.
So we will dive straight in. Neither of us have any new starts this fortnight. We've been busy doing other things.
There's a reason why, though, isn't there?
Yes, there is.
Because we're going to have some new starts on the cruise. So.
We are going to have some new starts when we go on our cruise soon. So I've been busy trying to get one of my WIPs finished. So we will dive straight into our WIPs.
Yeah.
So if you saw us last time, I did say that I was going to try and get Quiet Please finished before the cruise. It is very, very, very close. If you have a look. Sorry for that. It is very close. I have been working very hard on this one to try and get it all done. I have gotten 3,000 stitches done in the last 2 weeks.
Woohoo!
Yay! So that puts it at 84.16% complete.
So close.
There is only 744 stitches to go. I was really, really hoping I could get it done by today, but unfortunately, a couple of things happened and it didn't.
Life
gets in the way, and children. So I only have another motif over here to do and a little bit down the bottom and a little bit off this flower up here, and then that will be finished. I will get it done before the cruise because we still have just over a week to go, so I will definitely get it done. So you can see I have actually done a lot on this one since we showed it last.
I'm sure you'll get it done before we go on.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yes. It's not going to take me over a week to do it.
No, and you're loving doing this one.
I really have been enjoying it.
You want to get on with it. Yeah.
So that is Quiet Please. So that is what I've been mostly focusing on. The other one I have been doing, because I have caught up with Jeanette, our friend Jeanette, a couple of times in the last couple of weeks. So I have also worked on Baby in a Corner. So I have done a lot of the pink, bringing that up and around, as well as finishing off the word baby.
It's looking really good.
Yeah, I'm really happy with it. So this one is it's actually an 11 count Ada that I tea-dyed.
Nice. Because
I wanted that sort of aged look, because if you know the TV series Supernatural that this actually comes from, they had a journal that belonged to their father, and it was aged because, it had belonged to their father when he was young, and then they were adults, and so I wanted the sort of aged look, so I used fabric that I had played around with tea-dyeing, and it actually worked out quite well.
That's really specific for the project too.
Yes, yes,
that's
awesome.
Was.
Awesome. And I forgot to mention that the Quiet Please was on a 25 count even weave that I picked up at the D-Stash markets last year.
Well done.
Yeah, so that's what I've been busy doing. So Baby in a Corner, that pattern is from Industrious Owl Endeavours, and it is I've done 604 stitches in the last couple of weeks, and that is now at 28.37% done.
Well, you're over a quarter of the way.
I am, and a lot of it is going to be the black of the car.
Yeah, I think you'll find the black of the car will go quite quick.
It'll go quick because it is, long lines of it, but I think it'll also be a little bit boring, so I may have to do a bit of black, go back to the pink, and, whatever.
I find that when I have something like that, it's not boring for me because I get it done quickly.
Well, that's true, too. Like, it'll go quickly.
It goes so quick that I'm like, I can see this coming together now.
Yeah, and I'm only working on it when I catch up with Jeanette, when we're stitching together.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm doing it every day.
And you build up excitement because we're seeing Jeanette, and it's something that it's a shared project. You're doing with her. So
yes.
So there's excitement behind it.
Yeah.
Nice.
So those are my WIPs. What have you been working on, Ro?
Well, I've only had 2 projects that I've been working on.
That's right. I only had 2 projects I was working on too.
Oh, yeah, of course you did. Yeah, of course.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, that's right. But it's unusual for me to work on it only 2,
This is true. In 2 weeks, yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, like, you prefer to...
but I've got a mission. You know, I'm on a mission. Woman on a mission.
Yes.
So this is the second of the 2 that I've been working on, called Nutcracker stocking.
Right.
And you guys know I've been working on this one for a little while now. And this is where he is. I basically worked on a lot of the bottom piece here, as you can see from when I last showed it. That I pretty much filled in most of the drum, the ribbons. There's some holly leaves and things down here. I also worked in these ribbons here near the Christmas tree. I think it's on, I'm not sure, one side has a little bit of holly left. I need to finish off these ribbons here, and then basically everything from his hat up. So I haven't got that much to go. However, the part that I have to go up the top there is pretty solid. So it's like a lot of swells and filigree, and it's pretty full on stitching. So I think there is actually a lot of stitching in the top part there. But everything underneath that, I'm pretty much nearly almost finished. Cool. So I don't know if you guys watched our last one. I was concentrating on 3 stockings for the month of July. This was the second one. So I've made good progress with this one. The third one, flamingo stocking, I haven't even touched because I've been just like trying to...
The month isn't over yet.
Yeah.
You've got time.
I've got time before the cruise to touch flamingo stocking.
Yes, you have.
And I love working on Nutcracker, but I have to work on it at home because...
Yeah, you said last time you really need to concentrate a bit more on that one than some of the others. So,
yeah. So I'll continue to work on Nutcracker and Flamingo until we go on the cruise. Yeah. On Nutcracker stocking by Donna Kooler Designs, I spent 6 days on it, and I did 1,476 stitches. Not as much as what I would normally do in 6 days. That's all for my WIPs.
That was it? You said you had 2.
My other WIP is a finish.
Well, then it's not a WIP, it's a finish.
That's right. Well, you know, my other one I was working on, is now a finish. Okay.
Well, I don't have a finish. I'm very close. So close. Next time. What? Next time it'll be finished. All right. Okay, well, if you don't have another actual WIP.
No.
You can now show your finish. Yay! Let's do finishes.
Okay, so I'm pretty excited about this one. This was the first of the stockings that I wanted to complete because this was the closest one to a finish.
Yeah.
And this one is called Stack of Critters Stocking. And isn't it gorgeous? It's just, I love it. There's the polar bears, the penguins, and the bird. I pretty much filled in the rest of the tummy here on this big polar bear. And then I finished on the snow. We might need to zoom in a little down the bottom there. And you can see there's like white and blue. So all of that is the snow. And I finished off the presents, all the back stitch from basically here down. I had some of it done already, but I filled in most of it. So I was so excited when I got this one done, and I'm just like so happy. And so now all I need to do is sew it up into the stocking and give it away for Christmas to the intended recipient.
Excellent.
So I'm really happy. Like I'm over the moon with this one. So yeah.
Very exciting.
And this was the pattern that I bought 5 times. So we all know that I love this pattern.
If we told that story recently, maybe you need to tell it again for anyone that's new.
Okay. So let's take this down and I'll tell the story. This is the backing felt that comes with it. So it was in a kit. So what happened was I was at Spotlight, one of our craft stores here in Australia.
Yes.
And I saw it and I loved it. I was looking out for it. And I saw it on clearance and I was like, oh, that's such a great price. And then I picked one up and I thought, yeah, that's cool. I'll do that. And then I saw there was 3 more sitting behind it. And then I was like, oh, for that price, I just can't leave them on the shelf. So I have 4 copies of the pattern as a kit. And then I have one copy that I bought online because I had forgotten that I'd bought 4 kits.
They've got put away as things do. And...
It did. It got put in the stash. I forgot about it. Yeah. And then when I saw it, I was on a Zoom call with some friends and I was like, oh, this is the pattern I've been looking for. And I was like, buy. And then I realized afterwards that I already had 4 kits.
So now you have 5.
I do. So
well, one's done. So
one is done. I'm not stitching it 4 more times.
At least not in any hurry anyway.
Well, yeah, that's true. But at least I have like the extras, like the floss, the fabric,
all the bits and
backing,
pieces.
All the stuff.
Sometimes when things are on clearance or a really cheap price, even if you're not going to do the pattern, you're like, well, I can use the bits elsewhere. So.
Exactly. And that's what I wouldn't have bought all of them on clearance if it wasn't a good price. Yeah. Like, do you know what I mean? So with the Stack of Critters stocking, I started that on the 21st of June. I started that on the 21st of June last year, and I finished it on the 7th of July this year. And I spent 4 days on it this year. Well, in the last 2 weeks. Yeah. And I did 3,055 stitches.
Very good. Yeah.
So that's that. I'm so excited.
Story about that one.
Another finish.
So that's a finish. And you had another finish?
I did have another finish, yes. Now this was my other craft. And this one didn't have too much more to go. So I finished this one off nicely. I haven't washed or ironed it yet, so it's like hot off the needle. And this is my sashiko piece. So this is a piece that I bought from a craft show. Can you just hold that side for me, please? Yeah. So this is a piece that I bought from a craft show. I think it was last year in 2023. And I decided to make all of the pink in the inside of the back stitch so it would be solid and stand out. And then I decided to make the outsides here the actual sashiko stitching, which is called a running stitch. And the pink that's in the middle, I've got more of it. That's part that came with it. And then the thread on the outside is a variegated thread, and it's by Country Garden Threads, and it's called Butterfly, if you're interested. So that's that one done, and I'm really happy that's done. I'm actually going to be starting a new sashiko piece because now I'm actually...
You enjoyed that one?
Yeah.
That's good.
And I only wanted a small piece to try it first because
exactly.
I didn't want to get a big piece and get overwhelmed or not like it or anything. So I thought, small piece to start off with, see if I like it. Yeah. And I do. So that's my finishes, my WIP, my finishes. I'm really happy. I'm like, I feel proud of myself. Yes. I feel like I've got something done, and I'm like,
yeah, it is nice to finish something. Yes. And that's why, as much as I'm enjoying Quiet Please, I would like to get it finished.
I also think because I had a goal of finishing the 3 stockings and working on them solidly.
You've got one down now.
One down. I'm like, and one is like not far from being finished, really. So then it will only give me a couple of months, to finish off Flamingo. And I'll have that done quickly. And then
FFO them.
Yeah.
And speaking of FFOs, we don't have any.
Not today.
Not today. I have some things I need to fully finish, but with our upcoming cruise and the birthday party that
we've been really busy over the last couple of months.
Yeah, things have just been busy, so that's kind of just kept getting pushed to the side.
It has.
So hopefully
after
soon,
the cruise?
Sometime after the cruise, not too long after, hopefully.
Because we go away in like a week,
just over a week.
Yeah.
So
probably a week by the time you guys see this. Yeah,
possibly. Yeah. So we shall move into our plans.
Yes.
And we will talk about our plans for our cruise. So one of the main patterns I'm probably going to focus on is called Love Entangled, which you'll be able to see is the 2 seahorses entwined. It's very cute.
They're so pretty.
That came out of a Just Cross Stitch magazine from June 2017. I have a beautiful hand-dyed fabric that I got from number 12 Stitch Co. at the first retreat we went to a couple of years ago.
Yep. It's really pretty.
It is a really nice fabric. It is all packed away, ready to go at the moment.
Yeah.
So I will be doing the called for threads on that one because they were all DMC.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a couple of French knots in like the eye or something. Eyes, maybe.
We can worry about them later.
I will possibly use bead instead for that. We'll see when I get to it. I won't get that far by the end of the cruise anyway. It is only a 7-day cruise.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's
other
activities to do as well as, you know, I'm not going to be stitching 24/7.
No, that's right. We're going to be having fun.
And I'm taking more than one project.
Exactly.
So, but that's my plan for that one.
So that's your main.
That's probably my main one. Which is also my last square for the WIP Go board for July. That will get me up to date because I can't remember which number it was, but it was Stitch on an Underwater theme. So that covers that one. The other main, well, actually, I've got 3 main projects kind of that I'm going to be, plus, you know, 1 or 2 travel ones.
Yeah.
3 travel.
Why not?
3. Anyway.
Bring them all in.
Well, look, I don't know what I might feel like. It depends. For the Love Entangled, that is an 18 count 8-0. If I don't have good lighting or anything, I may not be able to do that, and being a dyed fabric as well.
Correct.
It might be a bit hard. We just don't know what...
We want to take projects that we have options for because we don't know what the lighting's going to be like. We don't know whether we're going to have a table.
There's a lot of unknowns.
So we're sort of like packing for different situations.
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah.
So another one I'm taking, which you are also taking.
Yes.
So if we both get onto that, it'll be interesting to see differences or not, is Tropical Holiday Gnome, which is from Favorite Gnome on Etsy.
Yeah.
This was our one that was given away. Like, she gave us a link to share with our subscribers, so we will pop that in again to be able to get that pattern for free. She has plenty of other gnomes. If you love gnomes like we do, you can purchase those through her Etsy store. We will link it all below. They're very, very cute. And
she does have sales every month. So she does have a discount folder with the ones that are on sale for that month.
Cool.
And then they change, and sometimes they overlap, like, you know, a particular gnome might be in 2 or 3 different months in for a sale.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've bought quite a number of gnomes from Irina. And I love the gnomes. I really do.
They're very cute.
I did Mother Earth Day gnome, earlier in the year. And this tropical gnome that we were given for our subscribers was like a thank you gift and you know, to you guys.
It was absolutely lovely of her to share that.
It was.
So we both have that one to do on the cruise. I have kitted it up. I'm doing it on a 14 count white Ada, and I'm actually using the CXC threads.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them, because CXC uses the same numbers as DMC.
Yeah. Most
of them I had, but there were a few I had to substitute.
Mm-hmm.
So I used a website called Threadbare, where you can put in a DMC number and it will give you alternative DMC numbers that are similar in colour. So I just kept going through the list of numbers until I found one that I actually had, because I don't have all the CXC colours.
Yeah.
I have, you know.
Not like somebody else.
Yeah.
Won't mention who.
So I just went through and I picked out the colours that were pretty close for that I had, because I picked up some of those CXC threads at the D-Stash markets last year.
Yeah.
So I only have limited ones, and I wasn't going to buy more, and I thought about using my DMC threads because I have plenty of those. But I thought, you know, at some point I've got to use up these CXC threads, and I had more than half. And then I had other ones that I felt were close enough. So ours, if are using called for DMCs, or how are you doing yours?
Well, I was thinking of using the CXC threads. Okay. I have as well.
Yeah.
But I will use the called for numbers.
If you've got all the numbers. So they will look a little different.
Slightly different, probably.
If we both manage to get some of that done, it'll be interesting to see the difference.
Maybe we should see what ones are the ones that you've got that are different. and we should concentrate on maybe that
those
area.
areas. We'll see. It depends.
Yeah.
Like I'll probably start
We'll see
that
how
one
we
in
go.
the middle. But
Yeah, I'm going to start in the middle.
Yeah.
too.
Okay. Well, it just depends which direction we go. But
Yeah.
we'll be sitting together, so
Yes,
we'll be like,
yes.
which way are you going? Okay, you're onto that color now. Okay, well I'll go that way too. So who knows?
I love that. Like the little like not necessarily competition between us,
No,
but
it's
they're
not
like
competition. It's just interesting.
like
the
joining
differences.
together to move forward together.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Yeah,
and it
it's
depends, who gets more stitching done and whatever too, because somebody likes to walk around and chat with everybody and not actually do stitching sometimes.
Yeah, but then again, somebody has children.
Yeah, there's kids
deal
club.
with them.
There's kids club, so we'll see.
See how we go.
We will see. So another one, my third main one that I'll be doing, like on the cruise itself, is Cocktail Lounge from Spruce Craft Co. Now, I think when I showed it originally, I said it was called Cocktail Hour. I apologise for getting that wrong. It is, in fact, Cocktail Lounge. I've since looked. So, yeah, I thought, that was appropriate for a cruise. And because...
There was another reason you chose that one. Because my main WIP that I'm going to be doing is Pina Colada by Emma Congdon, also known as Stitch Rovia on Etsy. I originally found this in The World of Cross Stitching magazine, issue 281, which was June 2019. And I loved it. I fell in love with it. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to stitch this one day. And then I was asking at one of the stitchy meetups, would anybody else be interested in joining me in stitching it? And there was a couple of ladies that said, yes, I'll join in. So we decided on the cruise, we're going to start that one. And that's going to be my main focus. Now I'm stitching that on black.
So that'll be interesting with lighting and everything too, how we go with that.
But so I'm going to be taking my light pad to have on my lap. I'm going to be taking my neck light to have around my neck so it can shine directly on it. So hoping that I'm going to get enough light from the top and the bottom
to be able to do it.
To be able to do it.
So
and it's bright colours too.
It is bright colours on the black, and it is a nice pattern. And like, I don't mind it, but I don't like pina coladas, so it's not something I'm going to stitch and put on my wall.
Yeah.
So I went with Cocktail Lounge from Spruce Craft Co. Because it has
a pina colada.
It does have a pina colada in there, but it has other cocktails too. It's something for everyone.
Yeah, very much so. And you never know. On the cruise, people might be going, well, I'm going to drink that cocktail
Well, that's
today.
right. Yeah. It's like, what cocktail am I stitching on today? Okay, well, that's the one everyone tries later. So that's my main ones. And did you have any other main ones that you were going to be doing?
Well, Tropical Holiday Gnome is another one of my main ones, as we've just spoken about.
Yeah.
Also, I have two others that... So I'd say probably Pina Colada and Tropical Gnome are my first main ones.
Yep.
And then my second main ones, I've got two, and then I've got a travel one. So in my second...
Yes. Your backups?
Yeah, my backups. Yeah, that's right.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we've got Under the Sea by Fiona Baker, and that is in this month's issue of The World of Cross Stitching, September 2024.
I like this one too.
Fell in love with this pattern as soon as I seen it. And the fabric is actually painted, not dyed. So it gives you all the instructions in the magazine of how to reproduce that painted fabric, and there's different ways of reproducing it too. So there's not just one way.
I don't know that I'm brave enough to try painting. I think I'll just probably use a dyed fabric.
Whereas I like a little bit of a challenge.
Painting?
Yeah, I'm going to try I'll take a dyed fabric as well, just in case the painted fabric is not working out right, or shredding the thread, or whatever the case is. I'm going to take a backup fabric for that.
Yeah.
But I fell in love with it.
I did too.
And it's almost one full colour.
Yeah, because she's in silhouette. So
yeah, there's only a tiny bit that's a second colour. So I was like, I think that could go pretty quick.
Pretty quick and easy one. You might even get that as a finish.
It might be a SAF.
Yeah.
Who knows?
We'll see.
And then the other one that I would like to concentrate on is Take Care of the Earth by Emma Congdon, which is what I started in April for Earth Day. as you can see, I've pretty much got like the middle part of it done.
Yeah.
And I only need to do like the top part, and the bottom part is like the curves, and then it's finished. So that could be a finish
even
as well.
We'll see.
So they're my main four, like the two mains and then the two backups.
Yeah.
And then we both have the same travel project.
I've got more than one travel project.
Oh, okay. Well, I've only got one.
Okay. So we showed this last time. This was a little Christmas bear that I picked up at the nest.
Mm-hmm.
Ro realised that she had it in her stash already.
Yeah, I recognised it, and I was like, I'm sure I've got that. And I went home and had a look, and I found it, and I was like,
sure.
Guess what I found?
So we've decided that we might do that as a on-the-go project.
Yes.
Because, I think...
Because we're catching a bus to the stitchy shop.
I'm not sure if it's a bus or whether she was going to organise taxis.
Oh, okay.
But, there'll be on-land travel and things, if we've got to sit around and wait for anything, we can just pull that out because it is on a plastic canvas.
Yeah.
So there's no need to get out a hoop or a frame or anything. It's literally a plastic canvas, so we can just pull that out and start stitching on it. And
it's pretty simple. Like most of it is sort of blocks of colours. Like there's not a lot of confetti in it. You know what I mean?
No, just a few bits and pieces.
But
I think that'll be a pretty quick stitch. So we decided we would do that one together as a on the go project.
And we like having little sales. So
I
mean, and it'll be Christmas in July sort of thing, So.
Yes, because it'll still be July at least for a few days. So the other little travel ones that I have got is this little mermaid one. Now, we know it was out of a book, but we've looked and we can't find what book it was. So we're not sure where it actually came from, unfortunately.
We've looked. We really have looked.
We did have a look.
Yeah.
Couldn't find that one, but so that was a little one, and again, not too many chopping and changing of colours, fairly simple to do on the go. I've got a little piece of fabric that I hand dyed for that one that I'm going to use, and I have a little cocktail one. It's a little cocktail glass with a cocktail in it, and I think it's got a straw. It was from Craft with Cartwright. Now, I don't have a cover photo of that one because I don't think she actually had a cover photo with it.
Oh, okay.
You have to sign in, and I don't want to show the pattern or anything because you have to sign up and sign in to be able to access the pattern. So it was just like a little martini glass, the V-shaped sort of one, and it was like two-toned, like liquid in it. So if I get the chance to do that one, that was another one. I grabbed that one before I got Cocktail Lounge from Spruce to join in the cocktail, pina colada sort of thing. And then I'm like, well, it's small enough I could maybe do it as a travel one, but it's probably going to be like the lowest priority. The bear and the mermaid will be the higher priorities over the cocktail glass, but I'm still doing cocktails potentially anyway. If I
join in,
it just depends what I feel like doing and what's going to be easy, because I think the Cocktail Lounge and the Holiday Gnome were both going to be on 14 count, so and they're white, so they should be easier to see probably than some of the others. Just all depends on the lighting and all the rest of it.
Totally.
Right. So, did you have any other plans?
Well, I'm going to the Stitchy meetup this Sunday.
Right.
So I'm thinking I might take Flamingo.
Yeah.
Because then it'll at least get me moving on Flamingo.
Yeah, get some movement on that one.
And as we've already discussed, Nutcracker needs concentration, and I just don't get the concentration.
No, you can't really.
So I'm thinking I might take Flamingo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, I think it's just preparing for the cruise, like just packing and
do all the packing. So some of the stitching may take a backseat a little bit over the next week or so.
I mean, I've started packing some things that I know that I won't need between now and when we go.
Yeah, I got to start that.
But like, what am I going to wear?
Yeah,
because it is winter here in Australia.
It is, but we're heading up north from here, so it will be a bit warmer than it has been here. So
I'm like, do I take winter clothes? Do I take sort of summer clothes? Do I just take summer clothes that I can put a jumper on?
I think layers is probably a good way to go.
So I just haven't fully decided what I'm taking to wear yet. I might take a few maybe long sleeves like this, and then I might take a few sort of summery ones. So then I have a choice that if I get too hot in this, I can change into something
short sleeves or whatever. Yeah,
because we don't know what the aircon's going to be like, or the heating, or
the
different, like
it could be freezing in the room we're in.
the wind and all the rest of it.
So we're gonna have to take a little bit of a mix.
Yeah.
So our next video would be due the week we're away.
Yeah.
So we are going to try and do some filming and some photos and things while we're on the cruise, but we won't be able to upload anything until after we get back.
Mm-hmm.
So we're hoping to do it sometime the week after we get back.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll go back to our
regular
scheduling after that.
So our next regular floss tube will be a month.
It will be in 4 weeks. Yeah.
However, we'll try and
get
something in before then.
It'll probably end up being about 3 weeks then.
Yeah.
So
between now and the next one that we sort of do for you, there'll be a little bit of time, but between that one and our next floss tube will be shorter amount of time.
Yes. So if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button and the little bell icon and select all, and then you will be notified when our next video does come out.
Yeah. All right, we're going to move on to haul.
We will move on to haul.
We've got a bit of haul.
Got a little bit.
You might need a drink or a snack or, whatever.
It's not that bad.
No, it's not that bad. It's not the biggest haul we've ever had.
No, it's not. We had to do a separate video for that.
I wonder why.
That was D-Stash.
Yeah, that was D-Stash.
Yeah.
That was so much fun.
Pick up a lot at D-Stash.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, kick it off.
All right. Well, I got a new grime guard from Rose Crafty Corner, and it matches my bag and my art tray. I've got the whole set now.
Yeah.
So that one was an 8x8 because I have an 8x8 that's been going naked. And it's cold here because it's winter.
Yeah.
So, it needed
a bit of warmth.
It needed something to wear.
So you're a happy girl now. You got a full
I'm
set.
a happy girl. I've got the whole set with that. So that is great. Now we've been to Spotlight a couple of times.
They've had sales.
Can't resist and I had a birthday voucher from them. So, and they had a sale on and stuff. So I got a couple of different ribbons. So that one is like a turquoise and white stripy one. Quite a wide one, which will be nice for finishing things.
And bows and things.
This one they had, can you see? It says happy birthday.
What?
Better if I don't look.
Yeah, maybe.
If I'm not
down
looking.
just a tad. That's it. There we go. You should be able to see it now. It says happy birthday.
It says happy birthday, and I picked that up for $1. So, I thought that was pretty good because, it can be used on anything, cards or projects or whatever, depending on what is going on.
And you got a good deal with that one because...
I did, because it was they had a container and they, like a basket with lots of different ribbons in it. Actually, both of them came out of that. They both came out of that basket. And this one was $2. And this one had $3 on it, and I'm like, it's in the it was in a $1 to $2 basket.
It was,
and I thought, oh, look, on the off chance, so I took it up to the counter because it was on the way out. We'd already paid further in for everything else. There was no line, so I'm like, oh, look, I'll just ask. And I'm like, can you tell me whether that comes down anymore because it was in the $1 to $2 basket? I said, if it's $1, I'll take it. She looked it up and then she went, yep, I can do that for $1. So. So I'm like, yep, for $1, I'll get it.
Perfect. I forgot to bring my ribbons. I'm sorry.
You had some too.
Yeah, I did.
You had more than me too.
Yeah, I did.
It's hard to keep track sometimes, especially when I think we went like soon after filming last time. So then, you take things home, you put them away.
I think we went that afternoon, didn't we?
It might have been even. Yeah, I think
so. So then when I go home and I sort of unpack
everything
and put things away, and then I sort of need to remember to pack things back up again.
Sometimes
I forget. Did I get that beforehand or not?
Yeah. So
it is what it is. I got ribbon.
Yes. Ribbons.
Leave it at that.
Ribbons. And so I got some of the E6000 glue, which is good for needle minders and various things. So
I got some of that too.
I have some things I may try making some of my own. We'll see.
Another one that I got some of.
Yes, you got some of those. And you got some of these too. This is a big bag of buttons.
They're on super duper special.
They were 50% off. So it's normally $21 for this bag, so we got that for $10.50.
Yeah.
And there's all sorts of different
animals and food.
Heaps of different things in there.
Shapes.
It says it's for scrapbooking and repair. So yeah, we'll use them for finishing things.
Yeah.
So yeah, mixed bag of stuff. So there's like gardening things. There's fruits, vegetables. There's stars,
Animals.
hearts, shapes, animals, watering can, dragonfly, hairs, all sorts of things. So quite happy with that for that.
And
price.
I liked how it had like a range of colours too. It wasn't just like one.
It's not all the same colour. So they had a few different sets like that. They had Christmas ones. They had all sorts of things. And I picked up. This is going to be too long. This is a wooden dowel.
Yeah.
And it's quite a long piece. And it is. Does it tell me the width of it? No, I think it was 1.7.
It's probably a metre long.
No, I think they were 90 long.
Oh.
And it was like 17 mil.
Yep, wide.
That way. No, I looked and I couldn't see that on there. So I got that one, and then I also got a narrow one, which is the same length, so the 90, and that one is 9 mil.
Teeny tiny.
There, so it's a bit smaller because I'm planning some wall hangings, so I needed some dowel for that.
Yep.
Also had a birthday voucher from Lincraft. So actually before I went to Spotlight, I got some wooden dowel at Lincraft. But these are shorter lengths, obviously, and also different width. So these ones are 12 mil by 300 mil, or 30 centimetres. And there's 4 in that packet. So I got those. So now I'm all set to do lots of different wall hanging things.
So if you have a smaller project, you can go on the smaller ones. If you have a larger project, you can go on the larger ones.
Yeah. So I've got options now. Yeah. And I also saw on another video to get this weighted cord. It's actually like a curtain thing. They put it in the bottom of curtains so that like they don't blow around all over the place. Yeah. So it's actually got a bit of weight to it. That was the 70 gram one. They had all different weights. I just got a meter of it just to try it out and thought maybe the bottom of a wall hanging to again stop it flapping about.
Yeah.
So I thought, look, it cost me nothing because I paid with the voucher.
I've never used that before. I've never seen it before.
It cost me nothing, so I thought I'd try it.
Yeah, why not?
And I also got 2 things of charms, which are probably not going to show up the best, especially the silver ones. They kind of blend into the white background. So I got a couple of different sorts. So this one's like a tropical-y one. It's got shells, starfish, and thongs.
This one's got hearts, butterflies, dragonflies.
Yeah, so they got like 6 charms in each of the bags.
Nice.
So that was from Lincraft.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want to do any Spotlight and Lincraft stuff?
Yes, I will.
We went to Daiso again as well, so I've got a couple of things from there.
Okay, so I'm going to apologise in advance for the crinkling because there is a little bit of crinkling. Okay, so I got this from
Lincraft?
Spotlight, I think it was, because it was half
that
price,
one.
wasn't it?
Yeah, but Lincraft also had a half price sale.
Yeah, that was right. It was Lincraft.
Yeah.
You're right. So I got this one from Lincraft.
So Lincraft had a 50% off your total purchase.
That's right. And it's called Hummingbirds and Fuchsias. And it's actually a stamped kit. Now, I don't normally go for stamped kits. It's by dimension, so I know it's a legit kit. Try saying that 2 times fast. And it's got, I'm not going to show you the whole pattern, but it's got like a mottled different coloured fabric that's been printed. And then you can probably just see the hummingbird there possibly. And it's all printed, so you just stitch on it. And then you back stitch. There's not much back stitch, but
mostly.
there's a little bit
there's There's more than you think there is, I think.
There's in the wings and in the flowers.
Yep, and the leaves. Yeah, most of it actually.
Yeah. In this section up the top here in the background, it's all half stitches or tent stitches sometimes called. Yeah. So it's a mix of
full cross and half cross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I bought that one,
Mhm.
and I opened it because I was like, I'd never done
wanted to
a
have a
stamp
look.
kit before, and I wanted to have a look. And,
Yeah.
And I wanted to have a look at the colour of the fabric because I thought it's quite pretty.
Yeah, it is.
And then I bought this one because I'd been looking at it for quite a while, and it's called Rose Cuttings. Sorry, I'm just trying to get rid of the glare. And I bought this one because we're going on a retreat later in the year, and one of the themes is roses.
Rose tattoo.
Rose tattoo, yeah. So I thought, well, I don't have anything with a rose tattoo, so I'm just going to do the roses. And I've got a few options for that retreat as well.
You do,
so.
yeah.
And then there is some half stitches in the background of that one.
It quite often is with dimensions kits.
Yeah. And then this one, I've been looking at this one for so long, and I just couldn't pass up the 50% off. So this is one of the Dimensions Gold Collection kits. Now, it's called Paris Market, and I've just got it on this angle to try and get the glare out, but maybe if I go that way, you won't see that side. So yeah, this is widely available. And so yeah, I bought that one. Mm-hmm. So those were from Spotlight, as well as Lincraft. They were from Lincraft, as well as some new fabrics that I bought for bag making and stuff, which I'll talk about after the cruise.
Yeah.
I think that was it from Lincraft.
And what about Spotlight?
And Spotlight, I got the buttons, some ribbons, some E6000. I got some more fabric because I couldn't resist.
Because it was cheap.
Yeah. Did I get it?
And we had discount voucher on top of that too.
We did have discount vouchers and stuff, yeah. I can't remember what else I got from Spotlight. I went to East Coast Fabrics and I got some fabric from them as well.
Fabric.
Yeah. So with all the fabric, I will show after the cruise what I have available and what I've been making up with the bags and those sorts of things. So you will see that coming. I can't show it all here.
Depending on how much there is, we may do it as a separate.
Yeah, we could do it as like a Flosstube extra or something. If you're interested in seeing the fabrics and things like that, let us know in the comments below, because then that tells me that I'll bring them, we'll record it, and we'll send it out to you and get it going. So that's it from Spotlight and Lincraft and East Coast.
Okay. I had a couple of things from Daiso.
Yes, I had Daiso as well.
We went there after our last stitchy meetup. So I got a pair of these tiny little snips, which Ro has bought before and loved them. So I thought, well, this time I'll get some and try them, because I thought I might actually be able to put them in my on-the-go kit for the cruise.
These ones
because they are only tiny.
Super duper sharp.
They're very, 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 very tiny.
Yeah.
And they come with the lid and everything.
Yeah.
So I thought I might get away with taking them on the cruise for my travel kit.
I think so.
If they get confiscated, they were not expensive. I can just go and buy some more when I get home.
Yeah, that's right.
And they had
and we know where to get them from. It's not like
we know where they are.
Get.
They're not it's not far out of the way. When we go to our stitchy meetup, we just pop in.
Yep.
Because I know Jeanette wants to go back to Daiso.
Why not?
And I got this little tart tin. I have seen Helen D do some finishes in a tart tin, a little bit different to this one. But I thought, well, I'll grab one and I'll see if I've got something that can fit it. And
I was going to
do a finish in there.
I need to find out what I can finish in there first.
Well, see, I will just find something and make it fit.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I'll just adjust the fabric count or something to make it work in there. I'll have a look through I've got a lot of little patterns because they're quick and easy to finish. I may put a Christmas ornament in it. Not the bear though, because he's plastic canvas.
Yeah,
but for all I know, my mermaid might even fit in there. Who knows?
That's an idea.
It is an idea that I just came up with on the spot. So we will see.
Firing on all cylinders today.
Woo-hoo. I had a good night's sleep.
Words have been good today
so far.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
Let's not jinx ourselves.
It's still early. So they were the things that I got from Daiso. So you got
I got some more of the glasses. What do you call them? The
like the chain.
You know, the thing that goes on the end of your glasses and when you have it on your head and hanging around your neck.
Yeah,
I got
so
some
you
of
don't
them.
lose them.
That's it.
Yep.
I got a couple of chalk pencils because I want to see if I can grit up the black fabric. So see if I can use the white pencil to grit up the black fabric for pina colada.
Oh, that could work, yeah. Good idea.
If not, I'll just start in the middle and I'll just
work your way out.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I got a couple of threads because I was like, I don't know what these are like, so I want to try them out. So I will have to try them and report back to you. So, of course, I got purple because we all know I love purple. Why not? And then I really liked that pink variegated one, so I got that one as well.
Nice.
And then I picked up some of the packs. Sorry about the glare. So this is a pastels pack. So we've got the white, the blues, the purples, the pinks, orange, yellow, and the green. Then we got a variegated pack, which is really pretty.
Nice.
And then we've just got, I think, maybe a brights colour pack. So yeah, they were from Daiso. So I will try them out. I'll see how they go. Maybe on something that like I can change colours, like I don't have to use the DMC colour or something like that.
You can pick your own colours out of those.
Yeah, like instead of using my random orts or random threads, I can use maybe some of them to try them out. Yeah. So that was Daiso. We went to the $2 shop next door, Stacks, I think it was called.
And that's right.
I got a couple of keychains. So there's heart keychains. So I thought I might be able to stitch something just really tiny and use it like a bag.
Bag tag or something.
Yeah, on the end of a zipper or something. And then that one's just rectangles.
You could even just put your name on it or something.
Cool.
So you know it's your bag or a letter.
Or initials.
Or,
something.
You'll work something out.
Yeah, a little elephant or something.
Well, you could even do like one on one side and one on the other side.
Yeah, because
they're clear all the way through. So you've got two sides.
Yeah. So, yeah, because I suppose you'd see the stitches on the back side otherwise.
Yeah, so you'll want to put something at least on the other side, whether it's a stitched something else
or
just some sort of cover fabric or whatever.
They have to be pretty thin though.
Yeah.
Because they don't give you a lot of room.
Yeah, because they are designed for photos. So
yeah. And then my hubby was on Temu and he said, "Do you need anything?" And I said, "Can you order me some zips, please?" So we got some really brightly coloured zips, and yes, there is one that's split there, so I'll just cut that in half and make it into 2 zips. But that's fine.
Something smaller.
That was because my hubby was opening the packet and he accidentally snipped it, so there was not.
Blame him and get him in trouble.
Yeah, well, he did apologise and he did tell me straight up, so I was like, it's okay.
It happens. Like it's 1 out of what 50,000.
Not quite. Not that many.
No, I can't count. That's okay.
Now I did buy some more CXC threads, so sorry about the crinkling. But
because you needed more?
I did. I always need more. What are you talking about? I'm just trying to work out how many colours are in here. I think there's 200 in here. And there are no repeats. So we've got a bunch of colours there. And the reason why I ordered these was because my friend Rachel and I, we're doing the Sashiko together.
Right.
We were at our craft group and talking to another lady, and she gets threads that are like wound into sort of like a ball, similar to like the Pearl 8 cottons and things like that. We looked at those and they were a bit expensive. I did say to Rachel, what about the CXC thread? She'd never used them. And I said, well, I've used them on cross stitch and they're fine. They're nice to use. So we decided to get some of these and use these for our sashiko as well.
Oh, okay.
Because we don't like the thread that comes with it. It's very fluffy.
Oh.
And
yeah, I hate that.
When I've stitched something, I like it to look neat and tidy. I don't like it to look all fluffy. Yeah. So that's why we ended up getting them. And then I just have random acts of kindness. That's all my haul.
Okay, well I have one other.
Sorry, I do have digital haul.
Yes. That's what I was about to say. I have one other. I bought a new pattern.
Yeah.
I enabled myself. I was double checking one of the links on our last video for Quiet Please.
You enabled yourself.
I enabled myself.
I love it.
Yes.
Love it, because I do that too.
And I found this cute little Halloween tiny Quaker sampler cross stitch pattern from Happy Mood Point, who is where Quiet Please is from. And I put it in my cart and I left it there for a few days and I ummed and I ahed and I'm like, you know what? It was quite cheap.
Yeah.
It was not expensive at all because it is only a
little tiny one.
Mind you, Quiet Please, when I bought it was on sale and was quite cheap too.
Yeah.
Sometimes
you get a good sale.
That's right. So I ended up getting this little Halloween one.
Cute.
Because I'm going to be doing Halloween projects in October, and this is a nice little one that should be able to get done fairly quickly. So, and I liked it. They had a few other ones similar, like shape-wise. They just had different elements in it, but I liked this one.
Nice.
Because one of them had a spider in it, and I don't like spiders.
Yeah. I always look at that, and when I look at like Halloween ones that I think you might like, and then I see a spider, and I'm like,
nope,
she's not gonna like it because it's got spiders.
Nope. Unless I can leave it out. Yeah, sometimes,
that's what I sort of think to myself, can you leave that out? And if you can leave it out, I'll send it to you to say, hey, listen, do you like this? Minus the spider.
Yeah, I've probably got enough Halloween ones to keep me going for a while now.
Because we don't celebrate
it's
Halloween. It's
not something celebrated here, but I do like much. Halloween patterns.
Yeah.
I like, witchy, supernaturally type things. Yeah. So that's, I think, why the Halloween patterns appeal to me.
I'm drawn to it. Yeah.
So that was my digital haul. What did you have?
Okay, so I went on to Favourite Gnome, as we were talking about before.
Of course.
And had a look in the section that I was speaking about before that has the discounted part.
You enabled yourself too.
I know. It's so easy. It is. Oh, my goodness. All right. So I bought 4 little gnomies to add to my collection.
Of course.
So the first one I bought is a snowman gnome. And I just thought he is just adorable. He is very, very cute. This little top hat on.
I love the top hat. That's so cute.
Yeah. He's adorable, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Yeah. The second one I bought was Tattoo Artist Female. And this one I already have the male. So I thought, well, I might as well buy the female as well. I thought she was super cute.
I love the bright pink in there.
Yeah, she's a bit sassy, isn't she?
Oh, she's awesome.
And she's got skulls in her hat.
Very tough chick. Yep.
Yeah. Rebel-like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other 2 are similar to each other. So the first one is Female with a Rose. And I bought this in preparation for the retreat later on this year.
Well, your tattoo one would work for that too.
Yeah.
Tattoo
actually,
artist.
Yeah, I would too. Tattoo and a rose. Yeah.
Yes, because it's rose tattoo. So anything with a rose and or a tattoo.
Oh, I'm covered there.
You are well and truly covered.
I've got options coming out of my ears.
You do. And that's not until November.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I get talking about something, I'm like, right, I want to plan it now.
Yes, I know. As soon as we found out, we're like, oh, what can we do?
Yeah. I'm so excited. Yeah. So this one, she's got a little heart sort of on her chest. She's holding a rose and she's got a rose in a hat.
Cute.
And then the other one that's similar to her is called Girl with a Rose, and she's the one that's got a bow in her hat and she's got a few roses in her hat and she's holding a rose.
She's so sweet.
So what I've actually done is I've spoken to a friend of ours and I'm like, I need to change these colours because it's too maybe primitive, maybe that's not the word. It's not bright enough for me. I like bright colours.
A bit muted.
Yeah, a bit muted. So we spoke and we chose some colours. So when I do these ones, they won't look like this. They will look like
a bit brighter.
I mean, they'll look like this, but they'll be different colours.
Yeah.
So
let me guess, there's some purple in it.
Yes. How did you guess?
Just wild thought randomly popped into my head.
And the other reason why I wanted to change it was the green in the leaves and the green in the tops that they're wearing or dresses that they're wearing. Yeah, it's the same. And it just looked a bit confusing for me.
Where the top
where's
the leaves.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
So I left the green as the leaves as that same green.
Because it is a bright green.
Yeah. I changed the pinks in the roses and I changed the colours in the hats and the tops and the shoes.
Yeah.
So I left the nose, hands, and the hair the same colour though, because they're good colours. I've worked with those colours before. So, but yeah, that was my digital haul.
Mm-hmm.
The only other thing I bought from Etsy was some more labels for my things that I make.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. I've been pretty good. I mean, really not, but you know, I'll just tell myself that anyway.
A little bit. All right, so that is all of our haul, and you said you had a random act of kindness.
I have a couple, yeah.
Couple of racks.
So while I was at my Wednesday craft, they had somebody donate a package that was similar to Pass the Parcel.
Okay.
So each layer had a little present wrapped in it.
That's cool.
It was all wrapped up. And what you had was 5 dice, and you had to roll them, and you had to roll 2 6s. And I was flat out rolling 1 6. I got everything but. I got Yahtzee a couple of times. But we weren't playing that game.
No.
So anyway, everybody who rolled and won a prize got a prize. And then afterwards they found out who didn't have a prize. And so they unwrapped each one and gave the people that didn't have a prize out of it.
That's a cool game.
Yeah. So this was what I got, was a little pouch. A little
Always
zipper
handy.
pouch. Yeah. And I was like, oh, it's so cute.
For all your little notions, and you throw that in a project bag. That's awesome.
And I'm going to be taking this on the cruise.
Yeah, cool.
So I was like, I can stick my not my glasses, my like tweezers, my needle threader, scissors, all that sort of stuff.
All your little bits and pieces. Yes, perfect for that.
Yeah. And then I can't remember where I got this from, but it was given to me. So it's a little Ellie the Elephant needle case kit. So everything's in there. It's out of one of the Cross Stitcher magazines.
I see. So you stitch the sort of
you stitch the
jacket
rug,
or something,
whatever
it is over
the top.
Yeah,
over top of the elephant.
And then you cut out the elephant
and
shape
then then you hand stitch the elephant together.
That's cute.
We all know I love elephants.
That's different.
Then this was a random act of kindness from one of our friends, Linda. Now, I'm pretty sure she finished this pattern and she was passing it on to us. So there's 3 elephants there, and you'll never guess, I had this one sitting in my Etsy basket.
Oh, really? Waiting
for so long, and I was like going through my Etsy basket the other day, clearing out, what's been in there for ages, and what I'm no longer interested in, and blah blah blah. Anyway, I saw it and I was like, hang on a second, that's the one I just got gifted.
Yeah.
So I took it out of my Etsy basket because now I have like the paper pattern.
Yeah. So it's called Power of the Serengeti, and it's a dimensions kit.
Yeah. And I don't remember who was selling it on Etsy. I'm sorry. And then this one is Africa, the Continent series. And I remember her stitching this one when she first met us.
That's right. Because she comes along to one of our craft groups.
Yeah. And it's got like all the African animals in it. Let's go a little bit closer if we can. So we've got a leopard, we've got zebra, rhino, antelope, and elephants.
The shape of Africa, isn't
it? It's the shape of Africa, So I really liked that one. So I was like, yep, definitely. So I've got a few elephant ones now that I really want to just get into. But I'm like, no, you've got plans. You've got other things going.
That's right. So first things first.
That is it. That's everything.
That's everything we've got to show. But we do have some other floss tubes that we will just run through that we've been watching. So Notorious Needle had their latest one come out. That is a mother and daughter team. If you haven't seen them, they release a video once a month, which is good for me because it's easy to keep up with.
I sort of think to myself, it must be time for them to come out with another one. And then a couple of days later they do. And I'm like, oh, yeah.
So I love watching them and the banter between them too. So it's really enjoyable. And they do have a website as well where there's a few free patterns and such.
And they have some ones for sale as well.
And she's also got some for sale as well. So, and she's actually doing a stitch along at the moment as well.
It's very colourful.
I've
been watching it. And I've been like, oh my gosh.
And
another mother and daughter team.
Another mother and daughter team is Pam and Steph from Just Keep Stitching. You put me onto them last time, so I started watching them.
Yes. I'm glad you're on the Pam and Steph train now.
Yes, so they're quite fun to watch as well. Again, there's a duo, so it's kind of
They have their little segments. And
yes, they do, and their sound effects and all the things. So it's makes that quite fun. You've also put me on to Stitched by Liz.
I have. She's an Aussie.
Is an Aussie floss tuber. She has a few Harry Potter things. She's a Harry Potter fan, and so am I. So yeah, so she appeals.
It wasn't hard for me to put you onto her.
No, it wasn't.
I was like, hey, do you like this? I'm like, this is where it came from.
Yeah. And one of our regular viewers, and she comments quite often too, is Rose from Untwist Your Stitches.
Hi,
she
Rose.
mentioned us on one of her recent videos. Thank you, Rose, for mentioning us, and your comments were just beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. We look forward to seeing your comments because we're like, I wonder what Rose is going to say this time.
And she watches us pretty much straight away too. Once once our video's uploaded. So we love you, Rose. Thank you very much for watching.
Much love.
And
couple that I've been watching, Animal Instinct, who is another Aussie. I watched her mid-year WIP parade, and I fell in love with some more patterns that she was doing. So it's
always the way.
You always get enabled with the WIP parade.
Yes, definitely.
And then Tartans and Threads, we've both been watching
as
well.
Watching her. She's another Aussie as well.
Yeah.
She had a little break for a while, but she is now back, and because she was unwell for a bit, I think. But she's back now, and so we like to see what she's stitching as well. And you mentioned WIP parades before. I did watch Jessie Marie does stuff.
Oh yes,
I watched her 4-hour WIP parade. She has 97.
I'm not
WIPs.
all the way through it yet, so we can't do any spoilers.
No, it took me several. I didn't even count how many sittings, but several sittings to get through that. And sometimes it was almost a bit more like a podcast for me. I had my AirPods in and I was like cooking dinner or something. And then when, she'd sort of say, and, she was moved on to another one, I was like, look at the iPad. Okay, cool. All right. And I keep going back to what I was doing. So it was it was a long one. And with 97 WIPs, you can understand why.
Me. Are you thankful I don't have 97?
Yeah, you'd be doing that WIP parade on your own, not telling you now, and I'm not editing that. So she did it over 2 days.
Oh yeah, okay. Well,
maybe she should have split it into a couple, but
I'm still working my way through that one.
Yeah, it takes a while. So, yes.
But lots of people have mid-year WIP parades out at the moment.
Yeah.
We were going to do one, but we just couldn't fit it in with the time, coming up with the cruise and with the birthday party and all the other things that
too many things going on
at the moment. So we will do another WIP parade at the end of the year.
Yes.
So
yes, we do intend to do one.
Just the beginning of next year.
Yeah,
like
either
we're finished
at the end of this year or early next year.
Yes,
because we did one at the beginning of our videos.
When we first started.
Did two. We did mine in one video and then yours in another video. Just to sort of break it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But we were nowhere near 4 hours.
No.
Even together. So, so we started the year doing that. So we'll either do it at the end of this year or the start of next year to show what we intend to be doing for the year.
I suppose if we do it at the start of next year, our
first
scheduled one is the 2nd of January. So then we can say like the yearly totals and all the rest of the things.
Yeah.
So we'll sometime around that time,
that's a while away yet.
Yeah.
So you've got time to finish things before that.
Yes, boss.
Yeah, and not start anymore. Although you will be starting.
I will be starting.
I know. We've got the cruise, inevitable. We've got retreat, and whatever else comes up in between.
That's right.
So yes. But anyway, Stay tuned. Everything that we have. That's all we have for this fortnight. So please remember to like, subscribe, comment, share our video with your friends, and hopefully they'll come and subscribe too.
And if you have any questions or comments you want to leave for us, pop them in. I mean, we've said a few things to comment on today, so if you want to do that, that's awesome because we love reading the comments. We really do. So it's always a race between the two of us who can read the comment first. So
It depends when the comment comes in. If it's
It does.
early in the morning, I see it first. If
Yes.
it's late at night, you see it first.
Yeah, she's like, check it, check it.
Yeah, yeah. So
All right.
anyway, until next time,
Stay crafty.